We've got two folks that are going to share their testimony with us, and so I'll just introduce them as they come up in just a moment. But the first one we're going to have is Amanda. And so, Amanda, if you want to come up here, and we'll help you get inside of the pool here. Troy, would you mind lending it? Oh, he's doing something. Have another lady be willing to... Oh, she's in there. All right. How's that feel, right? We spared no expense on the heater. And it's such a cool day outside today, too. But so Amanda, we've met a few months back, and I don't want to steal her thunder and her story, but grown to love her and to see what God's doing in her life. We met Amanda right at the beginning of the Ruth series, and so she'll talk about that a little bit, I believe. But that's when we first met her. She's friends with some people in our church here, and God's used them, and it has been amazing to see God working in her life, and I'm just blessed that she would take the act of courage to stand up and share how God's working in her life and the story. So, man, I'm not going to steal that from you. I'm tempted to do that, but I won't. So, Amanda, just tell us what God's done in your life, and we want to rejoice with you and what God has done, all right?
All right, for those who don't know me, my name is Amanda. I'm going to tell you about my story. Before Jesus saved me, I remember being so angry, anxious, and constant worrying. I needed to be in control of everything. I needed to keep busy, to stay preoccupied so that I didn't have time to worry. That didn't work, no matter how much I tried. I grew up Catholic. I went to religion classes because it was expected. After that, I made my confirmation, and I even taught kindergarten religion classes. As I was getting older, I slipped away from my faith. I would go to church because I felt like I had to, not because I wanted to. I would try to listen to the gospel and what the priest would have to speak about, but it didn't give me any comfort. Actually, it gave me more fear that I was going to hell if I didn't follow the structured Catholic values. It was more that I knew about God, but I didn't know God. I didn't have a relationship with him, nor that I could even have one. I began to have no hope. Poor choices were being made. I felt lost. Then COVID hit. If I wasn't anxious before, this was my peak. The unknown virus and not being able to control because I didn't know how to. Worrying constantly of everybody getting sick and them being alone hit me hard. I was afraid even to touch my own mail. Then I reached out to my dear friend Jillian, and she gave me such good advice. She gave me Bible verses, and she even helped me pick out my first Bible. She sent me a link to watch the sermon. I didn't know what to expect. Was it going to be like the Catholic Church? It wasn't. I was amazed. The music was so uplifting. Learning about the book of Ruth, I was so interested in the sermon. I needed to know more. So immediately when it ended, I reached out to Pastor Ricky through email. I knew this is what I needed. I needed Jesus. After hearing how God helped Ruth in many ways, and Ruth giving her life in trusting God, this is what I wanted. I asked God to forgive me of my sins and let him know that I did believe that the sacrifice he gave of his son Jesus Christ so that I, a sinner, could be saved was true. I asked for help and I prayed for hope. God worked that same day. Pastor Ricky called me. We spoke and he prayed for me. Someone I didn't even know and had never met prayed for me. This was very different from where I had come from. I talked to Jill, and she was excited for me, and we continued reading the book of Ruth. I thought, that's me. I am Ruth. I am trusting that God will hold me, guide me, and give me a great plan. My heart was beginning to feel full. I had so many questions, and I wanted to know everything at once. I still worry and have anxious days, but I know that God has my back, and it makes it a lot easier. Taking time to stop what I'm doing during my daily routine to pray, read, or just listen to music completely changed my mood. 6 months later, I have a new faith, and I've seen so many changes. A lot has happened, from losing friends, ending a long relationship, moving, and starting over. These things would have crushed me before. I am learning that it's okay to be sad, but not to stay sad for long. God is making me stronger, happier, and is reminding me that I am loved, even when I make mistakes. I'm not angry anymore. I wake up and I'm excited to start the day, knowing that I have God cheering me on for whatever I encounter. I am proud to call myself a child of God. I'm also blessed to have a new church family, new friends that share the same love of God with me that I have. So again, my name is Amanda, and I am a child of God, and my heart is finally full.
Amen. Very good. Thanks, Amanda, for sharing that. And just a quick thing of why we talked about baptism. Why don't we be baptized? It's always good for our people to know what's driving you to make this step of obedience.
I want to live for Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen. We want to too. You know, she's going to be joining a small group really soon as well, and that led by Dave and the people that are there. So you do have a church family. You do have people that are going there to pick up this and help disciple and grow her. And this is a big step for her. But let's baptize. All right, we got a new baptism pool. All right. New pool, still cold. Amanda, based on your profession of faith and trust in Jesus Christ, I'm join to baptize you, my sister in the Lord, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.